Hi Stampers, it's Meg from Maker Mornings with Meg, and it's Monday, so it's a Monday Maker Mornings with Meg. I know, say that 6 times fast, right? I hope you had a good weekend, first of all, and then for today, I am excited to show a project with the, this here, we'll pretend it's still in the box. It's not, because I've been playing with it already. The Flowering Cactus Product Medley Kit. So let's take a quick look at where you can find this. So it is in the mini catalog, the January through June mini catalog, right at the beginning, pages 8 and 9. I have to like go way back because there's so many different things for this. And right off the bat, I love that there are so many different ideas already in the catalog for what you can do with this product kit. So there are a box, a banner, 1, 2, 3 cards, and some partial things and so forth. So lots of good ideas, and I'm gonna give you another one today. And the thing I love about product medleys, they're a little bit different from kits. So the kits in the catalog come with the pieces all kind of lined up to make a specific project. So everything's kind of pre-cut, it's all ready to go, a lot like Paper Pumpkin. It's really nice and it's a quick, fun, creative moment. But the product medleys are different. They come in a box and you get all of the pieces here. Let's turn that sideways. But they're not necessarily set up for any specific project. So usually with these, you want to add some ink and cardstock to maybe coordinate colors. Morning, Trish. Morning, Kathy. Hey, Vicky, Tanya. So glad you guys are here. So are you guys ready to see this product medley? You want me to show it to you? It comes, like I said, in this box, which is really nice. I often keep my product medleys in these boxes because it's really easy to just put it right back in. But when you take it out, you get 2 parts. You get a baggie, a Ziploc baggie here with a label on it that includes the papers and everything like that. And then you also get stamps and dies. So you can, of course, just use these things. You can use these things with them. The other secret about this particular product medley is that you can get a refill kit for it. And so, hey, Cindy, the refill kit, as you're watching this morning, think about whether the refill kit is maybe what you want, whether you want the whole product medley or just the refill kit. Because it is a great thing. Lots of pieces. So when we come to that, in case I forget, this is the refill kit. It's all of the consumable items, the papers, the embellishment string, the embellishment flowers, the non-consumables, the stamps and the dies. These are only in the full product kit. Okay. All right. So let's look down here at what I've already got out for us. So I have the stamps and the dies, which we'll talk about in a second. And I have all these cute little cacti put together, and I wanted to show these to you. So check these out, the little cacti, and then these gorgeous flowers. And these are the same as the stamped images here, but here's my secret for you. I didn't stamp these, and I didn't even know about this until I opened my kit. But when I opened my kit and pulled these pieces out, like I said, I love that Ziploc bag, the string, these flowers, which we'll get into here in a second, and then these papers. I love the designs. They're bright, cheery colors, and look at this. Look at this, there's whole pages. You get 6 of these, 7 of these? You get 8 of these. Pages where the whole page, now these aren't stickers like they are sometimes, like those cardstock weight stickers. It's just designer series paper, but this designer series paper perfectly matches the dies that are included in the kit. So all of these little cacti here that I have, they're all just die cut. Here's my evidence. So you can see, I just put the green cardstock behind to make it easier for you to see. But I just cut those out and put them down. So now we have some great pieces to get started with. Hey, Sandy. All right, you guys ready to get started? So I think that will kind of do us for this. I've also taken one piece of the this particular designer series paper that's super Calypso Coral in center. And I cut it down to, I think it's 3 inches by 3 1/4 inches. So almost square, but not quite. And we're gonna need our stamp still because I want to use the greeting from this. This is a set with a lot of nice greetings. Hey, Jenny. Let's see, Kathy says, oh, coordination of the pieces. Yes, this is really, I'm super impressed with this. So, okay, coming back here, I have my card base. Now, sometimes on a Monday morning, it's hard to get inspired, just to get rolling, right? To get your fire started. So sometimes for designing, I take a clue from the catalog, and that is my clue card right here. So I think I posted this on the LovenStamps page last week, but do you see the background there of this card and how they did those backgrounds? This is actually a die from the set. It is right here, and it makes these holes. Let's see, can you see real well? There, you can see pretty well in the top. So you could either use these pieces and glue them on somewhere, but honestly, I love them as a layer. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this with my Stampin' Dimensionals, which I have here on the side. If you are newer to Maker Mornings with Meg, you might consider, if organization is something that you need help with, you might consider going back to some of the very early episodes, I think 1 through 20 or 1 through 30 or something. We're pretty much devoted to organization, so you might go back and check those out. All right. Okay, so here is our card base. Tanya said, did you say you can push them out and don't necessarily need the dies? No, they're not the kind you can push out. These are the kind you would need dies for. So if you weren't going to get the stamps and the dies with it, you would need to fussy cut them, which you could certainly do, but they're not the push out kind. You do have to, good question. You do have to cut them. So, all right, so we have our card base and our card layer, and see how those just really make the background. And then I'm gonna bring our Calypso Coral in here, and I'm gonna layer this on our Calypso Coral cardstock. So it's just cut 1/4 inch bigger, so it's 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. All right. And then this is going to kind of layer here. And I spaced my cut backgrounds here so that it would be just exactly shaped in the middle. So, hey, Laura. All right. Sometimes I miss people who jump on and their like little notification goes by. So sorry if I missed saying hi to anyone along the way. I'm glad you guys are all here. Okay, so I just put some dimensionals on the back and layered that up. And now we are going to start taking some of these cacti. So if you missed it earlier, these cacti are actually on the designer series paper that are in this product medley. I cut them out with my dies, and then I can mix and match. So I think I'm gonna avoid the purple ones. There are some really pretty purple papers in here that I might make the same card with, but using purple. So I'm gonna take this one, and then the flowers to match. Let's see, like this. And then I was looking around at kind of what's sitting around in my studio, and I found these hearts that I had left over from when I did our kangaroo card last week. So this is actually from the Stitch Be Mine dies. This is the centerpiece that comes out of this. So this was laying around, and I love it when you have pieces of other projects that are sort of sitting around near the surface of your studio. Sometimes I just keep like a little pile of things handy, and then I can reuse them, because this really sets off the back of our cactus. And see how that works? So the other thing that I'm not super excited about is, it's pretty, but these flowers get a little bit lost on there. So I think instead of doing that, I'm gonna come back here to our felt flowers and just pop these out, and they are really nicely done here. So I'm gonna pull these out, and then let's try using these instead. Let's see, this guy over here and this guy here. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, now included in the set, the stamp set, is this little ground layer. And if you look at the samples in the catalog, they actually almost all use this little ground layer. Oh, I don't have a block here. Just reach behind me and grab one. The catalog samples have this little ground layer, which helps the cacti sort of feel real and like they're on your page and not just floating around there. So I'm gonna bring in here my Mossy Meadows green. I could use Old Olive, oh, and I should have done this before I stuck my layers down, but I got so excited. But I like the Mossy Meadow because it's nice and dark, and hopefully this will work really well. Even though, yep, even though we've already added. So there we go. So I have my my ground layer there, and then our cactus is gonna go here. I'm trying to decide whether I want my heart to go up or down. I think I want it to be down, or up. I don't really want to have it lined up directly sideways here. Hey, Lisa, with the rest of my things. I want my pieces to be staggered a little bit, not like kind of lined up like soldiers. So now I think it's time to start sticking down. I'm gonna put my stitched Be Mine heart down first, and I'll put that there, overlapping the edge so it kind of ties things together. Then I'm gonna come back with dimensionals, because why not? Dimensionals compress pretty well in the mail. I was actually at the post office the other day, and the clerk told me that the upcharge stamp, I talked about that last week. If you're sending something that is a little bit thicker, hey Ingrid, you can use the upcharge stamp with a regular forever postage stamp. And the upcharge amount is going to go to 20 cents soon. It's like 15 cents now. So just a heads up. If you have those forever upcharge stamps though, you don't have to worry about it. They'll automatically go up. But what I'm talking about basically is if you have a card, let's see, that has something dimensional and pokey uppy in it, like one of the ladybug embellishments. So they're real thick and bumpy. Okay, I don't have one handy here. Anyway, you can still use your regular postage stamps, and you don't have to go to the post office to buy a special postage stamp or put it on. You can put a regular postage stamp and add the upcharge stamp, and then your mail will be fine. So, okay. Oh, I forgot I hadn't stuck those down yet. I'm going to go ahead with my multi-purpose liquid adhesive and just pop a little on the back of each of these. Remember, with this adhesive, it doesn't grab instantly, so you have to be a little patient with it. Okay. It does stick very nicely and very thoroughly, but it isn't an instant process. So give that a little time. Okay, so without sliding these around, there is our card base. So again, all of the pieces for this are part of the product medley, the Flowering Cactus Product Medley. And the links are in the description for shopping, so you can check that out and order from my online store. But let me show you what else we're gonna add to this, because our card is clearly not done. It still needs a greeting. And I love this particular greeting, happy looks good on you. And when I first looked at that, I was like, oh, wait, are you like telling me to look happy? Because that's not a thing right now, right? Everyone has the ability to feel how they feel, and emotions are important. But I do like this for somebody who's maybe been going through a tough time and has kind of come through the other side a little bit. Happy looks good on you is a really perfect sentiment. So celebrating their happiness, right? So I have a slip of Whisper White here, or Basic White, which my Basic White's coming soon. I'm kind of excited. And I'm gonna go ahead and stamp this greeting on there. So happy looks good on you. And this is going to fit perfectly kind of off here. So I could put this down here. Oops, like I said, they're not super grabby instant. I could put this down here. Actually, that's kind of cute too. If you want to do that, you could. But I'm a big fan of like creating a focal point that's consistent. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it here because the center of our card right here is my focal point. So I'm gonna line it up straight across. Okay, mostly straight across. All right, I think we need some stamping on the inside. How about you guys? Okay, so let's turn it to the inside. I'm not gonna open this because it's still gluing, but instead of going with a white layer, I think I want to go with a regular layer. Let's see which one. I think I like this cactus because it matches our card base a little bit better. I'm going to go with a colored cardstock is what I meant to say. And then here on the inside, I'm going to pop on our little flower. And sometimes when I have small gluey pieces, it's easier to put the glue on the paper than on my piece, because then I don't have to handle it. All I have to do is stick the flower down, okay? And there we have our pretty cactus. Now, if you're looking for ideas, I looked these up on my phone earlier, but I can't show them to you because I'm taping with my phone. So if you're looking for ideas on how to color your stamps, one of the things that you can do is grab a search browser and Google the cactus. Google different cactus designs and see what you come up with. And I'm gonna grab a blending brush here. I have a little more time this morning, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you something else on our envelope, which of course I have right here at my fingertips also. I'll tell you, I'm so much better at stamping, coordinating envelopes since I got my things organized. Hey, Patricia. It's just so much easier to have them at my fingertips when I'm sitting and stamping. They're right here where I can reach them. So make sure you check out those organizational deals. And same with my blocks, which are right behind me. I'm much better at putting things away when I can stand in one place and just reach and put them all away. So even if you don't have a dedicated space like my studio here, I'll give you a little, there's, you know, all kinds of good things in drawers. And did I leave any open? Nope, they're all closed. Even if you don't have a dedicated space, I have lots of solutions in the early videos from Maker Mornings with Meg, the ones that are labeled studio tours. And it's about keeping your things at your fingertips and stuff like that. So Kathy already has somebody in mind for this card. Yes, yeah, missing trips and things like that. It definitely makes me think of the Southwest. I'm right there with you. No, the stamps aren't in here. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some color to this. So I'm gonna grab this cactus stamp and we're gonna go ahead and work on making it a little bit rock and roll-y. And so I'm going to use my olive. Let's see, you get to see me play. I actually haven't done this yet, so nothing like trying things when you're live, right? So I think I'm going to start with my old olive ink pad because I like that to kind of make sure I have good coverage. And then I'm going to add some Mossy Meadow. And I think I'm going to try, we'll just try some sketchy things here before I go. I'm going to try rocking and rolling. So it'd be easier if my block wasn't so big, but since I got a big block, I'm gonna go ahead and start it on the edge. And I'm just kind of went along the bottom side there. Can you kind of see where it's contacting? I think you can actually, maybe not. All right, let's see how we did. Did we get some sort of variegated cactus on there? Oop, I should put down a mat. Now, actually, if you don't put the mat underneath, then you might find that you can just pick it up. It sticks because it's photopolymer. And then I just use my finger on the back side to just make sure I got a really good image. Yeah, Tanya's cheering me on. Hey, Margot. And Marcy, I'm so glad you like this. All right. Oh, that's pretty good. There's some variation there. I feel like it's not quite as much color variation as I was hoping for. So I'm going to back up and clean my stamp off a little so it's not so dark green. And then I'm going to do olive again. And I'm going to stamp on my scratch paper. And I was thinking here, I really want to have a mat underneath because I'm really going for a nice complete image. So I was thinking to myself there. So I'm gonna slide this underneath and do my stamping off here. Okay, so now I hopefully have a light green on here. I'm gonna take my Mossy Meadow and I'm gonna try that rock and roll again. Okay, so I've got sort of the bottom half of this. And let's try, I'll turn it towards you guys. Let's try this one. So I was gonna try and get it on the same paper, but that's not gonna work. So let me grab some Whisper White. Or Basic White. All right, here we go. Cardstock organization is one of my things here. Okay, so there, oh, that's kind of pretty with the different colors. All right, now let's see what happens. We're gonna clean that off again. Let's see about adding some blending brush color to this. So I'm gonna do Old Olive. I'm gonna stamp off again so we know that that's gonna be a little, give us a little less ink on there. And then I'm gonna use a blending brush with Mossy Meadow. And from working on cardstock, I know that it can take a little bit more. Oh, already I can see, can you guys see how much ink that's picking up? Already I can see that this is a really pretty color. And so I'm gonna pop this kind of around the bottom side here. Anyway, from working with cardstock, I know that you often want to pick up lots of ink. So frequent picking up of ink is a good plan, and somehow I have a hair in there. Okay, and then I'm gonna stamp this. Ooh, look at how pretty that is. Oh gosh. Okay, so there you have my first experiment. I absolutely love using my blending brush for this already. Okay, so now on our fun cardstocky things, this one here has the effect of having some color on there. So let's grab some color. So I'm gonna grab Calypso Coral. Get that later. That's what happens when your phone rings during a live, right? Okay, so I have my Calypso Coral here, and I think we're gonna kind of start out the same. So let's see, I'll move some things this direction so you can still see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to clean this off so that I don't have too much ink on that one side. And then I'm going to ink it in Old Olive. I'm gonna stamp off. I'm going to take my Mossy Meadow, pick up some ink and go kind of around the side there. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how well the blending brushes work on the stamps. And then I'm gonna go here. Now this looks like it's pink. It's not a big deal because it is not shedding any ink, all right? So a lot of times you might have staining on your blending brush, but really you can kind of use them for whatever you want. So now I'm going to pick up some Calypso Coral ink and I'm going to dot the top edge of this, kind of the top right edge, because I did the top left darker. And it's probably picking up a little bit of the olive ink, but I don't see transfer on my ink pad, so I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, you guys ready to check this one out? Okay, so I'm sliding my mat under, so it's actually under here like this, and then I'm going to stamp here. And oh, well, I got a stray hair, but I love that. Look at how pretty. So much pretty color. Okay, I think I'm ready for our envelope. All right, so we did our testing. I'll clean this one more time. Chamois are super great. They're like ink magnets. All right, Old Olive, stamp off. Blending brush with Mossy Meadow to do the bottom half. Now I'm like swooping along here. I'm pro. And then Calypso Coral on the top half. And I'm just sort of wiping along the edge of the stamp so it's kind of darkest on the edge. Make sure I don't have any stray hairs there. And then, ta-da! Look at that pretty image. Okay, so now, oops, my card got under here. Good thing my stuff was glued. And I'm throwing stuff on open ink pads. It's Tanya's favorite. Now we have our card and our envelope and our inside stamped layer. So really a fun product medley project for you where all the pieces are included and fabulous and just easy to design with. So in the description, I think I called this video something like look like an artist or how to look like an artist with ease or something like that. Because really you don't have to be an artist to use these products from the product medley to create something amazing. You have everything coordinated for you. We didn't even use the threads. You have all the pieces that Stampin' Up! Has assembled. It's really pieces that match, pieces that go together easily. And if you're looking for ideas, you can always go back to the catalog and check for some inspiration there. Because remember, this card right here was the one that was my inspiration this morning. And we came up looking a little bit different, but it at least got us started and sort of mixing and matching. And then, of course, you have Maker Mornings with Meg to give you more ideas on using things. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching our video this morning. I will be back tomorrow on Tuesday because I don't have to go anywhere. It's snowing here. We're supposed to have snow and like 1/10 or 2/10 of an inch of ice and all kinds of crazy. But you know what? I have my product medley and fun, beautiful cards to be making. So I look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow, and I hope that you get some time to stamp today or do something creative. And yeah, off to a great week. So yeah, Tanya, I'm glad you like the inside. I just kind of felt like I didn't really want to add white on the inside. I thought that color to match and bring out that petal pink. I don't think I ever said the color. That petal pink would be perfect. So, and Kathy, I'm glad you have lots of ideas. So have a great day, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Happy stamping.